So when I was 14 years old, I was given my driver's permit and I was so excited. I was pumped, right? And one time, my mom actually let me drive my friend home from our house without her being in the vehicle, which technically was illegal, but it was legal for us because she, as my mom, authority figure, let me drive my friend home. And it was kind of like a trust thing. She was giving me an opportunity to gain some trust. But because I had a 14-year-old brain, I was like, woohoo, freedom, awesome. And as soon as I got in the car, I went from 0 to 60 like in 7 seconds or maybe 15 seconds. It was a Toyota Corolla. And I went as fast as I could and I was taking these sharp turns and I was trying to impress my friend and I was crazy, I was wild, I was free. And then my friend looked at me and said, hey Nick, can I drive? And I'm like, sure, yeah, no problem. So we pulled over, she got in the car, and here's the deal. You have to understand that it had just started to rain, and it actually was drizzling, right? Which is the worst time and the most unsafe time to drive. So she took off, peeled out, went as fast as she possibly could. She was driving even crazier than I was, all right? And she took this really sharp left turn, and we went, she was maybe going 60 miles per hour in a neighborhood. Not a good idea. And she took this really sharp turn, and we crashed into a cement light post that was about 20 to 25 feet high. We cracked it in half. It came down crashing upon us. The roof of the Toyota Corolla caved into just only inches away from our face. Luckily, we were both, in our seatbelts, which basically saved our lives, right? The windshield cracked. We got out of the car. Fear was all over our body. We were thankful to be alive. And we looked at the car and realized that it was demolished and we were in some serious trouble. Not a very good idea for me to let my friend drive the car without, a valid driver's license. And needless to say, there were a lot of consequences that came as a result of that really bad decision as a 14-year-old. And the truth is, the students in your ministry are going to make some stupid decisions. They're going to just make some decisions that have short-term effect on their life and then some that have long-term effect on their lives. And that's why we created this youth group lesson. So you can just look at the lesson, you can, maybe make it your own and cut and paste and use it in your youth group, because what we wanted to do is really help students with 3 basic ideas when it comes to being wise. First of all, to understand what wisdom is, which is you know the right thing to do and then you go and do it, right? And then these are the 3 points of the lesson. First of all, number 1, to basically trust God's way versus your way. Because as a teenager, very independent, and heck, you know what? I'm 39 years old, I'm an adult, and even us adults, we want to go our own way. But to trust that God's way is the best way. Number 2, to think before you act. Not just to go out and do something and react to a situation. And the truth is, if we thought before we acted, we would probably save ourselves from half of the bad decisions that we made. Okay, so that's number 2. And then number 3 is to let failure be your teacher. So those are I'm stuttering. Those are the 3 points of the lesson, and we hope that it's helpful for you and your youth group. Here's the deal, just because you do a lesson on wisdom, will that magically mean that students all of a sudden become wise and start making good decisions? Well, no. But what you're going to be doing in this lesson is basically teeing them up for success. You're supporting what their parents are telling them, but of course you're not yelling at them like us parents typically do. I'm a parent of 3 kids. I know how this goes, and one's a teenager. All right, so we're basically teeing them up for success so that they can begin to even want to be smart when it comes to making decisions. Not just smart, head knowledge, but wise, which means you know the right thing to do and you go out and do it. My name is Nick Delaberto, and I am the creator of ministrytoyouth.com. If you're watching this video on the blog, you can just look below this video. You'll see the lesson. It's right there. But you'll also see a little link that you can click to download the lesson in PDF form so you can use it, save it on your computer, use it when you're ready to use it, share it with your volunteers, small group, large group teachers, or whatever. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then look at the link below this video. You'll actually go to the blog post and you can view the lesson there and download it as well. Again, I have like these senior moments. I forgot if I even told you who I am. My name is Nick with Ministry to Youth. I did say that. So thanks for watching this video and hope the lesson is great for you and your youth group.